Hey guys, so this is Jodie and George. A little bit of history on Jodie. Jodie was one of my bootcamp clients and she has had a baby now. So she's not doing the bootcamp currently, but she's been doing the exercise stuff with baby with me. So just a couple of things I thought would be really good for somebody that was so active, and Jodie was a runner in her time. She's fantastic fitness at bootcamp as well. And we just want to chat to you a little bit about how you are finding your fitness now and some of the things that you're doing to adapt around having a baby.
To be fair, I tried to restrict my diet when I was pregnant. Obviously not restrict it, massively, but I was very careful what I ate. And I did do a lot of walking just to try and keep the weight down and to keep me active, because obviously I was doing boot camp and running quite a lot. I was doing like 3 or 4 runs a week, 5k. So to go to sort of just walking, it's quite drastic. But
I'll just explain a little bit now. Jodie had to stop boot camp because she had some complications, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it was a case that she went from being really active to not being able to do a lot of the stuff that we were doing. And just on that note as well, people tend to think you can eat what you want in a pregnancy. How much is it, Jodie?
It's only an extra sort of 100 or 200 calories, so it's like an extra piece of toast. But some people seem to think it's a sort of a go to eat whatever you want and as much as you want, and it's not the case at all. You need to really watch what you eat, otherwise you will pay for it after definitely.
How did you do on your first, because this is Jodie's second baby, how did you do on your first baby?
My first child, I did fall into that trap and I ate exactly what I wanted. I just thought it's a green light to just eat whatever you want, whenever you want, and I did love lemon buns, unfortunately. Cakes, not a good thing to like, but I did pile on the pounds and it was very, very difficult to get the pounds off afterwards. Whereas with George, this time, because I was careful with what I ate and obviously still did the walking, I have been sensible because obviously I've had a section. It was planned, but my recovery was still shocking and it's taken me quite a while to recover. I've only just sort of started running, but I was again walking as soon as I could do. You don't want to push it, you do want to leave sort of the 6 to 8 weeks recovery, obviously based on your doctor. But then after that I just gradually sort of built up the walking and now I'm back running, which is great. Time is a major issue. Obviously I've got 2 boys, my other little boy is 6, and my husband is very active and he's got 2 jobs. He's a football coach. So obviously evenings and weekends it's difficult, but I have to literally squeeze in whenever I can. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, anything's better than nothing. And again, I did start off very, very slow. I'd just go out and run for 5 minutes, mainly on the park, the 1,000 metre track. I have got up to sort of 4.5k now, but I'll get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because he's awake before husband goes to work, go on a quick run, he goes to work, and baby has to stay with me while I get ready and do the school run. So it is hard, but
it's adapting as well, isn't
I need to run. I love running, and again I walk loads with this one in the pram, but you do need to walk like miles and miles and miles, whereas I can run a sort of 4 or 5k and burn a lot more calories. So that's what I do at the moment.
Do you find it makes a difference to you mentally as well with not doing exercise and doing exercise?
I think it's a big stress release for me, and I know it sounds daft, but it's time away from my boys, which sounds horrible, love them to bits, but it's just a bit of me time. And I tend to feel better if I do it at 6 o'clock in the morning. You think, oh, it's so early, but actually the rest of the day I eat better because I know I've done the running and I don't want to spoil it, and I do feel less tired and I've got more energy and I have a better day, mentally and physically, to deal with this one as well, and school run and things like that. It's great.
What would you say to a mum who said, I'm just exhausted all the time, so I don't know how I'd fit that in?
I totally agree with the exhaustion, because this one is a nightmare for sleeping. He just literally catnaps 20-30 minutes throughout the day and he's not sleeping through yet either, which is a pain. And I have had that exhausting feeling, but I have to say, even though you're exhausted, if you can do 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it does make a big difference and it gives you more energy and you're not as tired. So I would say you would benefit from exercising rather than doing nothing and just sitting there and sort of, it is hard mentally, but if you just get up and go, even if it's just a brisk walk through the park, pushing your baby,
And I guess
you do feel better.
once you're in a routine, it becomes easier as well, doesn't it?
Definitely. Once he is getting better now. He's 6 months. He is getting in a bit more of a routine. But it's the sleeping through. If you can get him to sleep through, sleep's a biggie, definitely.
And lastly, just something that comes into my mind, because many women might not feel safe to go out and do an early morning run. Now, I do understand that, and we've got a beautiful park near us, but there has been incidents in that park in the past. What would you say to that?
Again, don't put yourself in danger, but I have a little sort of belt with a pocket, and I do put my phone in it because my husband's always panicking that something's going to happen to me and he wants to know which route I'm doing. So I do have sort of planned routes so he knows where I am. So I always make sure someone knows where you are just in case, worst case scenario. But you've just got to have your wits about you, and I just think, actually, come and get me. I'll run off, you won't be able to catch me. But to be fair, if you are worried about that, maybe avoid the park and just stick to road running. I've got loads of routes. You can do Map My Run or Runkeeper tracks.
And
routes for you.
I have used running because I do triathlon, so I do them a lot of early morning ones as well, and late night when it's dark. And I tend to stick to roads around that time because on a road there's
lots of cars.
Yeah, there's lots of people about as well.
Yeah.
So just find a route.
Just find a little 1k route and build up. That's what I've done.
And you'd be surprised how many people you meet doing the same thing.
Yeah. And again, if you are going to do night or early mornings and it's dark, maybe put some. I've got like high vis and flashing LED things that you put on your trainers and stuff. It's just an added thing, especially just for cars and things like that to be seen as well. But that would be my advice. Won't put me off.
Thank you, Jodie, and we can definitely tell it's making a difference as well, because she's keeping her beautiful shape. So we shall see you soon. Bye, bye, George.